Yeah, a lot of Jbird's Google searches you can see here. It's about stuff that he's done, and then the paranoia that is just set in immediately after.
That's what it is. It's something I've done stupid, and I'm like, am I gonna die because I just did that?
Like, for instance, how much paint do you have to drink for it to be considered deadly? That's an actual Jbird Google search.
Oh.
What happened that made you have to Google how much paint do you have to drink for it to be considered deadly?
So last year I was into like trying to paint stuff, and I had a bunch of paint in a big old red Solo cup, but I was also drinking beer at the same time. So I had a really nice buzz, and I took a big gulp of what I thought was beer, and it was paint. And not all of it got in my mouth, but enough of it, I swallowed enough of it to make me go, oh, I don't feel that good right now, and I'm kind of nervous. So that kind of scared me. I made it. I'm okay.
Thank goodness.
Thank gosh.
All you've done, and then paint takes you out.
I know. I would have been.
That would be pretty disappointing.
Another Jbird Google search. Will you die if you accidentally swallow a small plastic toy helmet? How are you swallowing so many?
Why are you sucking G.I. Joes?
Okay, I'll tell you why. Because I was hanging up one of my planes, and this is going to sound so
I was hanging up one of my planes. Wait, what kind of plane are we talking about
It's
here?
a 1982 G.I. Joe plane.
When you say hanging it up, what does this entail?
So, at the Weird Whatever studio, i.e. my living room, I hang up, and I have a buddy help me hang up planes, and sometimes I have to go up there and readjust them.
Do you have like fishing line?
Yeah, there's fishing line up there, and
So
they
it looks
have-
like they're flying.
they've got a lot of, little accessories and stuff like that.
Oh, we got to get you a girlfriend.
And if they fall, they break. So one of the guys got loose as I was trying to fix the planes. I had to put the helmet in my mouth as I'm trying to fix it, and Chewie started barking, and it scared me. I swallowed the helmet. And I was so scared that I was going to die, but I felt okay.
I think you're okay.
I was. I Googled it. I was okay.
I think you can pass. Did you pass
It's just your
it?
turd comes out wearing a hat.
I never saw it, and it was like 3 or 4 months ago. So
I would have looked for it.
I mean, who said I didn't? No, I just never saw it.
Huh.
Yeah, but I am okay though.
I've had chemical burns on my face for 5 months. Why won't they go away?
Y'all, that's a PSA for some of that hair dye out there. When I did Hulk Hoagie, and I dyed my hair blonde, and then I did the jet beard or the jet black beard. Oh my gosh, I had terrible chemical burns, and they did not go away for about 5 months. Remember I was showing them to you?
You got to be careful with that dye because different dyes are not good for you, first of all.
Yeah.
And you got to, whenever it says leave it only on for 20 minutes, you got to only leave it on for 20 minutes. If you go even over it, like to 25, you can burn your skin.
There was a ton of Consumer Report violations against Just for Men. People, this one guy, he had burn marks on his lip and by his eyeballs.
Oh.
Yeah, because of the dye. He had an allergic reaction.
Is accidentally smoking a chocolate chip life-threatening?
Did a chocolate chip fall in your bong? You can be honest.
Okay.
You're in the dark.
Let me explain this.
Yes, what is the details behind this story?
I was in Oregon. It was legal, and I might have been partaking in what Oregonians do, and I was smoking a little weed, and I was eating chocolate chip cookies as well.
We're not shocked.
And one of the
So you don't even wait till you're done smoking the bong before you rip into the snacks.
No, one of the chocolate chips must
A
have.
hit and a bite. And a hit and a bite.
And a 1, 2. Sounds like a weed man's workout.
One of the chocolate chips must have fallen into the weed, and I picked it up. I was in a dark room, so I put the chocolate chip in the little pipe.
So you're smoking weed, eating chocolate chips in the dark.
So I light it, and I'm like, that tasted weird, but I didn't think of it, so I kept on doing it, and then all of a sudden I go, wow, it smells like a bakery in here. I go, it really smells good. And then I'm like, this doesn't taste right. I put the light on, and sure enough, it was a chocolate chip in there instead of, yeah. And then I went on, and funny enough, there was no answers on that one on Google.
No one
Couldn't find anything.
No one else is wanting to know.
But I'm still here.
Now, this is where I was talking about how you could actually put some damning information into your Google search. Jbird, one of his searches was, what is considered hit and run in the state of Florida?
Oh, no.
What did you hit and take off from?
It wasn't that. It was a weird situation where I had hit a car here in the parking lot, and I had wrote a note because I waited for almost 30 minutes. Nobody came out. And as soon as I left, the most horrific storm came, and it without a doubt blew the note away. It was gone. So I was Googling, okay, if there's cameras of me hitting a car and now there's no note there.
But if you made every effort to leave the note and weather took it away, I think you could fight that.
You just got to make sure you're waving to the cameras. I have a note.
But I mean, anybody could say that, oh yeah, I just wanted to make sure I was covered. If there was no note there, if there was nothing on video, if someone saw me hit the car and then just leave, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't doing a hit and run.
Did you really write the note?
I swear to you, of course I wrote the note.
Okay.
Why would I not write the note?
I'm just asking.
I swear to you, I wrote the note.
Okay.
I didn't even talk to the guy. That was very nice. I ended up meeting him.
What if you accidentally give a 19-year-old a beer? Okay, more incriminating evidence here in Jbird's Google
I
search.
think I'm finally allowed to talk about this.
Okay.
All right, this was one of our last weeks at Wild 95.5. And Kevin had me do this bit where I go out and I ask people on the street if they would chug a beer with me. It was like a social experiment. So I ended up going, out.
To a high school?
No, a bunch of people were doing it. And I ended up getting this one cat who we got him at the Walmart, and he worked there. So I'm thinking, he works there. It's not a big deal. And then I'm like, you want to chug the beer? He's like, yeah, man, I'll do it. He chugs the beer, and I'm getting in the car. Everything went good, and then I just sit in the car and I go, Denny, does that kid look kind of young to you? He's like, I don't know, man. I go, I don't know, man. I started getting really, really paranoid. So it was amazing because we couldn't find the kid. We wanted to go back to see if the kid was not, So Denny's did this like Columbo search on the internet. Somehow he found out who this kid was, and we found out the kid was 19 going on 20.
Oh.
And this was right when we were getting ready to sign our contract in Miami, and the paranoia just started. I'm like, oh my gosh, the cops are going to find out. They're going to think I'm trying to peddle alcohol to minors.
I gave a kid beer.
I was freaking. I mean, it took about 4 hours to find the kid on the internet. I was so scared. I never told you about it.
Yeah. I think you kind of asked one time, like going, I think he...
Yeah.
Because I think somebody mentioned that, going, how old was that kid?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt bad. I did not mean to do that.
Yes.
Yeah. That's why we don't do a lot of stunts anymore.
Accidentally illegal.
Yeah. Should I not have told that story?
You're fine.
There you go.
Well, Kevin seems more concerned.
You're fine.
Virginia doesn't seem concerned.
Statute of limitations is over.
That's true. And the
You're
kid's
good.
now over 21.
Yeah.
And I didn't do it on it was a complete accident.
Yes. Lots of incriminating evidence here in Jbird's Google searches. Is taking a dump in your boss's desk a fireable offense?
I never put that. I never put that. Don't you pin that kind of stuff on me,
Okay, all
Ralston.
right, that's a joke. Okay.
That's a joke.
And is meditating out in the sun naked bad for your penis?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say exposing your penis to the sun is probably always bad for it because it never sees the light.
It is.
Okay, but is it worse in any other part of your body?
Yes.
That doesn't ever see the sun?
The Google search.
I wouldn't think so, right?
No, because down there the skin is more sensitive and more thin,
Oh.
and it'll take damage quicker to anything else because of the reasons even Virginia's saying.
So put a higher SPF on your...
You gotta go at least 40 on that thing.
You do?
40
What do you mean 40?
40 SPF.
Okay, SPF. I know
And
we're
how
talking...
long before you're just masturbating when you're putting on the lotion?
I was going to go outside, but I'm going to stay in for a
Get
while.
a little distracted.
I swear, I'm just putting SPF on it. I swear.
All right.